Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice are upset by their exclusion from royal duties. Recent reports published in the Daily Beast have claimed that Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie are disappointed. That King Charles doesn't ask them for help amid the recent staffing crisis derived from the dual cancer diagnosis of both the monarch and the Princess of Wales. They are very upset to have been ignored by the king, as they feel they have a lot to offer, but ultimately not surprised. A palace insider and friend of the York sisters told the publication, "They are sanguine about it. Beatrice, 35, and Eugenie, 34, aren't working royals and instead work regular working jobs. The two aren't often called to royal duty. However, it seems the two could be on standby for Charles to call upon them following their mother's, Sarah Ferguson, attendance. At the annual Easter Sunday Matins church service. Fergie joined the rest of the senior royals at the event. Her presence is said to indicate that the royal family is welcoming her back into the inner circle. According to page 6. What does it mean to be a working royal? In modern times, a dedicated group of royal family members have foregone traditional livelihoods and instead worked on behalf of the crown. Compiled of extended family, the group previously represented Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. And now represents His Majesty King Charles III and Her Majesty Queen Camilla at official engagements. Over the years, this core group has swelled in size and shrunk to a current standing of just 10 after both the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and Prince Andrew resigned from their royal duties in an official capacity. And now, this number has shrunk temporarily to just 8 individuals working on behalf of the crown after the dual cancer diagnosis of both the monarch and the Princess of Wales. Speaking with Sky News Australia, Peter Phillips revealed that his mother Princess Anne, uncle Prince Edward, and Aunt Duchess Sophie were in particular under enormous pressure to pick up the slack. Everyone has their own different role to play. There's a lot of pressure on the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, my mother, and the Queen to take on a lot more of the responsibilities. That adds its own pressures, he shared. There is definitely a short-term pressure on certain members of the family to be able to continue to be out and about and to be seen. And to support organizations and conduct official engagements that need to be done. Who are the current working royals? The Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, Prince Richard, 79, also known as the Duke of Gloucester, is a first cousin to the late Queen and is the youngest of 9 grandchildren to be born to. King George V and Queen Mary. He and his Danish-born wife, Brigitte, 77, also known as the Duchess of Gloucester, share 3 children, the Earl of Ulster, Lady Davina Windsor, and Lady Rose Gilman, who all have children of their own. It is unlikely that they will pick up the mantle from their parents when the Duke and Duchess eventually take a step back from royal duties. The Duke and Duchess of Kent. Another first cousin of the late Queen, Prince Edward, also known as the Duke of Kent, is the 4th-born grandchild of King George V and Queen Mary. The now 88-year-old has held his title since he was just 6 years old after his father tragically died in a plane crash. He married Catherine, Duchess of Kent, 90, in 1961, and the pair share 3 children, Lady Helen Taylor, the Earl of St Andrews, and Lord Nicholas Windsor. Similarly to his cousin Richard, it is unlikely that his children nor grandchildren will ever become working royals. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh. Formerly known as the Earl and Countess of Wessex, Prince Edward and his commoner wife Sophie, née Rhys-Jones, work diligently on behalf of the Crown. As the younger brother of King Charles, it is expected that the married couple of 24 years will continue as working royals. With the potential for their children Lady Louise and James, the new Earl of Wessex, to also step up in the future. Princess Anne. After marrying into the royal family through Princess Anne in December 1992, Sir Timothy Lawrence, a retired naval officer, opted out of becoming a working royal. His wife, however, Princess Anne, was named the hardest working royal for 2023. Carrying out an impressive 457 engagements, 32 more than her brother, the King of England. Given the 73-year-old purposely chose for her children Zara Tyndall and Mark Phillips to not have royal titles like their cousins. With the hopes of them leading ordinary lives, we don't expect them, or Anne's grandchildren, to become working royals in the future. Princess Alexandra. The Honourable Lady Ogilvy was at one point 6th in the line of succession to inherit the British throne as the first cousin of the late Queen. She is now 57th. As one of Queen Elizabeth's most trusted companions and friends, the princess often accompanied her to her engagements. Also carrying out engagements on behalf of her cousin alone. The now 87-year-old was married to Sir Angus Ogilvy from 1963 until he passed away in 2004. The couple shared 2 children, James and Marina Ogilvy, who each have children of their own. It is unlikely that they will become working royals in the future. The Prince and Princess of Wales. Representing a revitalized, modern era of the royal family. It comes as no surprise that the future King and Queen Consort of England are working members of the royal family. Given Prince William will one day become king, it is likely that the children he shares with his wife, Catherine Middleton, will all one day pick up the mantle. Especially Prince George, who will also one day become king. Who will become working members of the royal family in the future? Given the current working group is aging, with the exception of the Prince and Princess of Wales, and Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, it is expected that younger generations may soon step up, and away from their established careers. In particular, Princess Beatrice may become a working royal, given she is also listed as a Councillor of State alongside Queen Camilla and Prince William. As part of this role, Beatrice can be called upon to represent her uncle, including signing routine documents and attending Privy Council meetings. Her sister Eugenie may also be asked to step up, alongside their cousins Lady Louise, and James, Earl of Wessex. It is highly unlikely that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will ever return to the fold after their controversial 2020 exit.